How's it going, gamers? Chains here, and today I'm hitting you with some info on the new Escape from Tarkov update and the update to their arena mode. Before we dive too deep, if you'd all enjoy this video or find the info helpful, a like and a conversation down in the comments helps me tremendously with YouTube's algorithm. We're on our way to 300 subs, so a sub to the channel would mean the world to me. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's chop up the details. Battlestate Games has completely reworked the progression system of their arena mode, making it so much more fun to grind. Now, instead of operators that takes ages to unlock, there's a class system with weapon and attachment unlocks, similar to that of Battlefield or Call of Duty. Although it is a somewhat copied idea, it is a strongly welcomed change. The previous system was, in my opinion, absolutely awful to grind. The amount of time it would take to get any operator worth using was absurd, and the ranked mode had a set group of operators that had to be used based on rank. The ranked mode now allows players to build their own loadout based on what weapons, attachments, and armor they have unlocked. Players unlock attachments for their respective weapons through weapon levels, and attachments that can be used on multiple weapons only have to be unlocked one time, allowing you to put them on a new weapon that you haven't leveled up yet. This makes for a level playing field for early ranks and gives the player a clear objective to work toward while also actively showing a strong sense of progression. The armor, medical items, and some miscellaneous attachments are unlocked via the player's account level, which is now tied to their main Tarkov account in the PvP zone, all while ammo and weapon types are tied to a class system that has been made available. This setup allows for every player to have access to the best ammos right out of the gate, never falling victim to a lack of time playing. As the armor and miscellaneous attachments are unlocked, they have to be purchased with rubles or GP coins earned from winning matches, completing daily tasks, or from being transferred from the main Tarkov account. The transfer system is made usable by the trader Ref. Ref is the new trader that's added to the main Tarkov PvP zone, and Ref is unlocked early in the quest line. Players can transfer up to 1.5 million rubles once per 24 hours from the PvP zone to arena or from arena to the PvP zone. However, if a player starts out playing arena, Ref is readily available right out of the gate for ruble and item transfer, as opposed to playing main Tarkov where you have to do a quest line to have him unlocked. The tie-in with game modes is an incredible addition to this game. In the PvP zone, Ref has tasks to be completed for great rewards that can be used both in PvP zone and in arena. Plus, Ref has a lot of awesome equipment that can be purchased with GP coins that you earn from his tasks or from transferring your excess GP coins from the arena mode. Not only was progression and loadouts overhauled, there's been two new game modes added, one in ranked and one in unranked, both of which brought with them new maps for the respective modes. The ranked mode is called Blast Gang and is your typical search and destroy or bomb defusal mode. I feel like this was needed to break up the monotony and grinding out levels in arena as opposed to just running teamfight after teamfight after teamfight. And the addition of daily tasks forces players to try out all of the game modes, including the new unranked game mode, Last Hero. Last Hero is essentially a free-for-all, dropping players into smaller, more congested maps and pitting them all against each other to see who can get the highest kill count to claim victory. Since Last Hero is a much faster-paced respawn game mode, the devs removed the need for painkillers and bleed-stopping meds to keep the gameplay fast-paced, which makes total sense in keeping players engaged. In my opinion, one of the very few downsides to Arena is not having the best luck when solo queuing in ranked mode. Although the new matchmaking brings in people with similar amounts of rank points, the games can feel one-sided when you're pitted against a 5-stack of players communicating with each other. And in my experience, most randoms do not communicate well enough or often enough to help bring in that W. Whenever you have one or two extra teammates to communicate with though, this game gets a super tactical feel and feels absolutely amazing to pull in wins, and it's so rewarding. Some of the newer features added to the PvP zone still haven't made their way over to Arena, such as the ability to mount or use bipods or use the telescopic scopes, but in all reality, I don't see there being too many applicable times for those features. Maybe if you like running the marksman class and you use the telescopic scopes, that could help in some maps that are big enough and have the sniper towers, but in all reality, you're not really going to run into those situations too often. The real point is, Arena is now what all of us had hoped it would be. It isn't completely separate, and it's actually a very helpful mode to have for money grinding and leveling early on. For me, Arena has completely replaced scav runs and allows me to get a strong warm-up before hopping into the PvP zone. The ability to transfer rubles will now allow players to get a huge head start on their hideout, which in turn will make some of the early collection tasks super easy to knock out without the trial and error of looting in raid. After all these years and thousands of hours of gameplay, I can finally say that BSG actually did something right. Well, that pretty much sums up this new change to Arena and Tarkov as a whole. As I mentioned before, if you enjoyed this video or if it brought some new knowledge to life for you, please leave a like and hop down in the comments to let me know your thoughts on the new changes to the game. As we continue to build up the count to 300 subs, your help would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you times a million. It means the world that you've made it this far in the video, but most of all, have a baller time out there gaming. Peace.